Wow. But then again, all right. Good morning, everybody. Uh, YouTube is giving me a hard time this morning. Had some technical difficulties that I had to run through. That's why I'm a few minutes late. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube account right now, but anyway, I guess I got it figured out. Kinda. It's also Chrome is acting weird. But we're gonna go ahead and push through it. So I had to clear out I had to clear out the settings in Chrome and delete the history. Well, not the history, but the cookies and all of that stuff. Hey, what's going on, Orgy? Let me move this to the side for a minute. YouTube's not giving me any love today. And well, Google Chrome is not giving me any love today. But the show must go on. Yeah, that's not it. That's why. Alright, so I'm gonna have to figure out trading view later. All right, so on the economic calendar for today, we already had the ADP non-farm employment change, and at 10 o'clock we got the ISM PMI with some crude oil at 10:30. All right, those two are business as usual. Let's see if this wants to work for me. All right, so the power range weather report for the day, we got a high of 1181, 11.75 with a low of 1166.75. Right now we're trading, well, at the time of this posting we were trading slightly bullish, up 0.41%, volume of 66K, lower than low for this week, ATR at 241.14. All right, I'm just going to use Sierra chart to see what the charts look like. Well, all right, so we can see how the price action responded to the power range and the fib extensions. So right now we were kind of, when I posted the power range report, we were trading, slightly bullish to neutral, and now we're pretty much neutral. Kind of bouncing off the highs of yesterday, so today should be interesting. I don't see why we shouldn't be, trade bullish today. All right, I'll be, gotta stick to my strategy and be ready for anything. So I had all this set up. All right, so in the market, in the overall, we all know about, there's a lot of things going on right now. We got Apple with their split. Yeah, that's a fact. It's definitely a upside down world for sure. But we all know about the Apple split and all of the commotion that's causing, and TikTok with Microsoft, and what else we got going on? Stimulus package. We're talking about that every day, but us as the consumers and as the citizens of this great country are talking about it every day. And so is, those people in Washington. They're talking about it every day, but they're not really doing much, just talking about it. So that's going on, the stimulus package. These are all things that we all know about. But one thing that you may not know about, and that you may not have heard of, is Big Lots. So this one popped up on my radar initially because of their partnership with Instacart and offering same-day delivery. And recently, Big Lots partnered with, I'll bring this article up. They partnered with Pickup, a logistics service that goes by the name of Pickup. This is not the one. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, so with Instacart, they were offering same-day delivery. That's mostly for like household goods and things of that nature. However, Pickup offers delivery. It helps them expand, because Pickup usually does a lot like a lot of residential moves or business moves. So if you go into Big Lots, like the one close to where I live, they it's like mostly furniture now. Like a lot of the regular items are they still sell all the household items and groceries and all that stuff. And it's the inventory has been a little low lately, of course, with everything that's going on. But they also have a lot of furniture. It's been like the Big Lots that's near to me, is a lot of furniture in there, mostly furniture. So with them partnering with Pickup, it allows them to also offer same-day delivery with their furniture as well. All right. Even if you live near a Big Lots that doesn't have a huge inventory because of the current state of the economy, you also have access to, you can order stuff. They have a website where you can order off their website, right? I haven't used it personally to see how well it works, but I think this is interesting, kind of as a almost competing, with Amazon, even though Amazon is, they've almost cornered that e-commerce market in terms of logistics. But what's interesting with Big Lots is, instead of having their own internal or in-house logistics in terms of shipping to customers, they're outsourcing that, and it's allowing them to offer same day shipping, which it can be, especially right now, is significant for the everyday consumer. With the fear that's being pumped into the nation and around the world, people don't want to go outside as much, so they're not just before your only real option was, if you wanted something quickly, was Amazon, other than like food or groceries, and like little small stuff. You could you had Instacart and Uber and all, Uber Eats and all of those delivery services. But with Big Lots, offering same day delivery with their inventory, this offers the consumer the ability to get other items above just food and small household items. So again, this is not advice for I'm not giving you advice of something to invest in. I'm just sharing information, the same information that you can see with a Google search, or paying attention to any of the other websites or services that offer investment or stock market advice. I am not a financial advisor or anything of that nature. I'm just a YouTuber who has an interest in the markets. All right, so let me find my music. Get myself together from YouTube giving me a hard time this morning. All right, so we are open. In fact, let me put that in. I'll put that link in the chat. Possible dip buying opportunity. I think I'm just going to watch this play out, because I'm kind of perma bullish today. Not super excited to take anything short. It's because I think we will have a few people trying to buy off the highs of yesterday. But also, with that being said, if they are trying to buy off the highs, I mean there will be a lot of shorts or a lot of stops below that. Catching some resistance at that or support off that the power range low. Retesting it now. Just want to check this out. Alright, so if it was part of your plan, where we bounce here at the low of the power range, even without the power range, this would have been a decent area to buy off of. Even keeping in mind that we got a lot of resistance that we would be trading into. For all the people with a perma bull, if you're a perma bull, then that would have been a decent area to buy off of. And if we look to left, we can see that it did trade down. Looking at the 10-minute, we traded down into the 200, which we know our moving averages are just like a snapshot of seeing support and resistance areas. So if you look left, you can see that we did have some support here that we played around. We had this range here, so we traded back down into that, and we're bouncing off that right now. However, the trend at this moment is bearish. And we'll see how long it lasts. What happened there? I didn't do that. Oh, that must have been a shortcut. So while I'm watching, if you are curious, I did make a play on big lots. Kind of, but I caught this was like over a month ago, and I played an option on it, but in the wrong direction because I was just looking at it I was just looking at the charts. It was brought to my attention because of the Instacart deal. But I just traded it basically off I traded it off the technicals, but I traded it in the wrong direction. I knew better. I don't know why I did it, but I did it anyway. And I'm still in it. It's going against me, but that is what it is. So that's the only way that I played big lots so far. I would be interested in almost an investment with big lots. So we can see what they're doing, that they don't have any plans of going out of business anytime soon, and they are trying to they are trying to stay in the game with the current state of how popular or how significant e-commerce is right now, since a lot of retail businesses that aren't catching on to the trend, they're starting to file for bankruptcy and go out of business. But big lots is they're getting into the e-commerce space in a significant way. So I can see them being around for a while. I haven't did a deep dive into their management yet, but it from just looking at the surface, it looks like they're making some good decisions. So me personally, for my own personal portfolio, I would consider adding them. There's a lot of interesting things going on in the markets this month and last month, but day trading Nasdaq has not really been one of them. Other than just from the entertainment value of watching the action between the buyers and the sellers. Participating in it hasn't been that exciting. I think I'm going to take one short just to see what happens. So I did place an order at a 64, just solely because that is one of my setups. I don't believe is I don't have a lot of belief in it, but it is my setup, and so I just don't want to get into the habit where I'm not taking my setups based off my own bias. I went one contract. I placed the order for one micro contract. So if it gets triggered and it doesn't work out, it's not a big deal. Yeah, absolutely. That's better than nothing. Sometimes it's best, even if you're not 100% ready, instead of sitting on the sidelines to just to get in the game. Sometimes you got to get out off the sidelines to get in the game. If you're on the sidelines, you don't get in the game, you have no chance of scoring. A little sports analogy. What's the saying? You miss 100%. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And someone brought it up the other day. Something I was watching, where Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball, debatably, but the greatest basketball. I don't think it's debatable personally. I think he is the greatest basketball player of our time. And Forex Black, I'm with Amp Futures. Well, that's the broker that I usually trade with. Right now, I'm trading in the Leeloo combine for a funded account. But yeah, Jordan is one of the greatest basketball player of our time, and he took a lot of game winning shots, but he missed a majority of them. However, that doesn't stop us from constantly replaying and glorifying the shots that he did make, and it made him a 6-time champion. Like he owned the 90s because he wasn't afraid to take the shots. That's interesting. I never really had any problems getting money. Even when I lived in the Philippines, I didn't have problems getting money from AMP. Or I didn't have problems getting money from or sending to. Let me go ahead and cancel that order. You're definitely not gonna. It would have been nice to buy down here at 70, but that's not part of my plan. look at the volume. The volume favors the long side. Yep, you're right, Forex. But I gotta stick to my plan. My opportunity will come. If not today, another day. Yeah, I agree. You get a lot of opportunities on the 1 minute candle. I watch it, but I don't trade it. I will tell you, I probably I made my most of my I learned a lot from watching the 1 minute. Like I made the most progression once I started. Because before I started with the 5 minute candles, but once I started looking for trade opportunities on the 1 minute on the smaller time frames, I've even went down to 30 seconds. That's when I've made the most progression with my execution. It's like you're taking more practice shots. So the more practice shots you take, the better you get. Wow. This whole time I realized it wasn't even playing. It is what it is. Well, this one didn't go the way I wanted it to, thanks to, in terms of the stream. Actually, I realized I wasn't even, like, I'm playing the music on my side, but it's not playing through. So I appreciate y'all for, coming and trading with me. Appreciate all the advice and all the comments. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off from this one, fix these YouTube issues. And hope y'all have a good rest of the day, good rest of the week. Trade well, stay safe. And I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.